Alright guys, so I put some LED lights on my Polaris Sportsman 110. I'm just going to show you a little bit of how I did it. So right now, I don't have the wires restricted and tied down yet, but I'll show you it after I do that too. So, for this right here, I tapped into the plastic, and so I could just run a bolt right through it, and it is pretty sturdy. And then for this bottom one, I just ran a bolt through right there to the other side of the plastic and just put a nut through it and ran the wire through the mesh. And so now I'm going to show you how I did in the ways of wiring. So I did white as positive, black as negative. And I just ran this white one down to here where the electrical tape is, and I combined this one with the white one from the bottom light, so that reduced it to one wire that I just plugged into the switch right here. Now this blue wire, let me pop the seat up. This blue wire is my power for the switch. So this blue wire just runs to the positive terminal of the battery. Now, I've shown you positive, now here's negative. So I ran a black negative wire from each light individually all the way back to the battery negative. And I didn't combine those just because it'd be easier to run them both together. And I got this wire and the switch from my local auto parts store. They sell that stuff. And so I'm going to combine the wires and tie them down to the frame. And I'll also show you a diagram of how I did it. But just one more time, the blue runs to the positive and is the power for my switch. The whites have been combined from each line, and they're positive, and they run into the switch, and then each negative from each light just runs individually into the battery negative. So here's a wiring diagram. Alright guys, so I have all the wires put away and cable tied to the frame, and I did end up putting my switch right there so I can just grab it and turn it on and off right there, and you can't see the wires. And so I ran these wires down through a hole where the rack mounts up right there, and then you can see I ran them, and those are all of the wires that were extra long. I didn't want to recut them and stuff, so I cable tied them up, and there was already a restraining clamp right there for the stock wiring, so I just put all of that there, and see, that's where it runs out from the rack mount hole, and they come down and join up right there. And then this bottom light comes and joins up right there. And then the blue and the black wires that run all the way to the battery, I ran along the frame down there in the floorboards with another restraint from stock, you can see right there. And then I came back here, went up right there. You can't see the wires because they're behind, but there they are. Now I ran it right up into the battery box and hooked it up. So, and then for my switch, I came back through the same hole as I did from that light. That's the wires for the switch right there. I ran the white one up and the blue one back down toward the battery with the negatives. So I'll show you how they work now. So the stock daytime running ones are on right now. I'm just going to hit the switch. Now I've got my LEDs on too.